We're very pleased today that we can officially break ground on this project. 100,000 cars per day on this particular stretch of road, and they are all hoping that this will provide some relief, and we know it will.
Plymouth City Council members and state lawmakers break ground on a 3-year construction project that will add a third lane to a heavily traveled stretch of Interstate 494. Hello everyone. It's not often that people celebrate the thought of road construction.
But when a project takes more than a decade to come to fruition and overcomes multiple financial hurdles, there is reason to rejoice. Delane Cleveland is live along I-494 in Plymouth with more. Delane?
And Mike and Alex, people are going to have to get used to the sight of orange construction cones along 494 there, but for the thousands of people who have to travel that stretch of road every single day, it'll be a small price to pay for what the final product will look like. In the middle of the day, traffic on 494 in Plymouth moves along with relative ease. But ask people what this road is like during rush hour.
I avoid it during rush hour.
And it's an entirely different story.
It's very bad. It's slow, stop and go.
This 6-mile stretch of 494 between Highway 55 and Fish Lake Road is the only section of the freeway without 3 lanes in each direction, and it results in rush hour gridlock.
I'm glad I don't have to do it every day.
Yet about 95,000 vehicles do use this road daily, which is why Plymouth officials said something had to change.
This project has always been something that we've been working on.
All that hard work paid off. Plymouth city leaders gathered Wednesday morning to mark the start of the 3-year construction project that will finally add the coveted third lane.
We're so delighted that this day has finally arrived. It's important not just to the residents of Plymouth, the businesses in Plymouth, but anybody that travels through this stretch of 494.
Earlier this year, city leaders thought this day would never arrive. Rather than building a third lane, MnDOT proposed a so-called dynamic shoulder lane, which would only open to traffic during peak congestion.
The dynamic shoulder was a little reluctantly accepted, knowing that we wanted to get the permanent third lane.
However, after more pressing from the city council, MnDOT officials found a way to build the permanent third lane.
The biggest thing that we've done is be able to find the money for this project, the extra $25 million that we needed. And that came from a series of efficiencies and projects that we have in other parts of the state.
By the fall of 2016, drivers will be able to reap the benefits.
It seems like a good idea to me. Something's got to be done for those poor people that have to do it every day.
Well, the prep work will begin this summer, but the majority of the work will start taking place next year. In addition to the third lane, they're also going to improve some of the bridges around here and redo the pavement on 494. Reporting live in Plymouth, Delane Cleveland, 12 News.
All right, thanks much, Delane.